with one,
Okay.
maybe the lowest one, and
Sure.
I'll spin that, and then I'm going to listen. Do I hear any like humming or? And then once I can see that there's mechanics involved, then I'll start kind of fiddling with the other ones. My thought is that using my scientific knowledge and my excellent Saurian abilities, I'll be able to easily determine if this is like bringing up the machine or turning it off, or if it has any effect at all.
Yeah, well, when you start turning it, it produces a very low, a very beautiful noise, and it's like a, and then when you let go, the ring snaps back in its original position.
Oh, so I might do
and
two
the humming
rings at the same
stops.
time, Dave.
Okay.
I'll spin two at the same time.
Okay.
Does it get a little harmony going?
It actually does, Lester. The first one's and then the second one's so
nice.
both of those are playing at the same time.
But there's a third ring that hasn't. I'm not able to.
There's
to
a third
with.
and a fourth ring. Yes, correct.
Oh
yeah.
I'm gonna try to get the third ring
tongue.
with my foot. I'll try my foot.
No, use your tongue. Use your tongue. Lick it.
I'll try my foot, Dave. Bum, bum, dun, 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 dun.
Do we hear kettle drums?
So yeah, all four of these rings.
I'll reach over and twist.
All of these together, they really form a beautiful harmony, and it's like a major chord that you have produced by turning all of these rings.
A major chord. So anything happen magically, like teleportation or anything?
No, nothing. No, nothing at all.
But it's beautiful. I might just break into song now, Dave.
So, I mean, if you do break in the song, I mean, what are you singing? Or are you humming the pitch, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna hum the pitch, Dave. If it's a
okay, here's what we do. Everyone turn a ring, and everyone hum that pitch that you're turning. There's four of us. There's four.
Good idea, Grimrack.
Of course it is. I thought of it.
Okay, yeah.
I like that, Grimrack, because when you start to, I don't know which pitch you start to hum, but Glitter and Thomas, are you guys?
Come on, let's hear it.
I want to hear this. I want to hear
like
this because this is kind of weird because Lester and Grimrack, you got Glitter and Thomas kind of looking at you guys like you're jackballs or something.
Jackballs.
Lester and Grimrack.
I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Come on, you need to grab one of these rings and hum the pitch.
Well, Lester, that's because when you're saying that, Lester and Grimrack, as you guys are starting to hum this, you can feel the ring kind of turn by itself, and you kind of pull your hand away, and the ring is staying stationary as you're humming. But when you stop to answer Glitter, the ring snaps back into its original position.
I solved it.
No, you didn't. I did. Come here, Glitter. Thomas. Hum.
This will be just like the Dark Crystal.
I love it. So corny. I can't wait to get them all to do it.
1,
this is gonna be
2,
good.
3. Oh, somebody's flat.
Yeah, it has
way
to
flat,
be.
way flat.
Well, yeah, because only one ring is moving. Because you know that there's 4 different pitches, and you have 4 players, so each one of you have to do a pitch.
All right, let's do it one more time. Ready? Misty, are you doing this?
Yes, I am.
Are you holding down the push to talk?
Hey,
because I didn't hear anything.
you're the performer, Glitter. I mean, you should be able to do this.
She should be hitting the top. Yeah, she should be hitting the top. Yeah. So the rings were almost there, but it just wasn't there yet.
Okay, one more time. Maybe we need to switch rings. Thomas, you take this lower sounding ring. I'll take the higher sounding ring. Are you ready? All right, let's start.
Oh, so that's great. So all of a sudden, everything starts shaking around you, and the monolith kind of sucks down into the ground, and dirt kind of falls in on it, and this crescendo of beautiful music opens a doorway that is straight ahead of you, that is embedded into the face of the mountain. And this door opens up. It slides open. And it is a lit hallway. Actually, there's light in this hallway. And it looks like there is a metal door.
Okay.
There's several lights protruding from the top part of the wall.
Okay.
Good job. Good job on that, guys. I love doing stuff like that to players. I love it.
I'm thinking maybe we should start a group now, a music group.
No, let's
I
not
thought
go
we were
that
going to
far.
start breaking.
We'll call ourselves the Lamers.
What's that thing? That song? I thought we were going to break out into that bump, 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 bump.
Mr. Sandman.
Yes.
Make him the cutest that I've ever seen.
So that rock face slides open. There's a small corridor, a lit corridor, and then there is a metal door at the end of this hall.
All right, so this corridor is lit. Dave, I'm gonna make sure that my Nintendo Gauntlet is totally locked in, and have that on my hand. Make sure I have it strapped and tied down.
Sure.
I'm gonna
I can just see the scene kind of. The scene is, yeah, exactly, something like that. And you can see just the gauntlet in your hand coming over and ripping the strap over, breaking the strap. Oh shit! You hear? Oh shit! The strap broke or something.
Stop saying it, stupid piece of crap. At least I got my virtual boy.
I could just see a cutscene like that. So all right, so everybody sees this happening. As the rock kind of crumbles and everything kind of shakes around you.
All right, I'm gonna slowly walk into the corridor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pull out my my blackjack's actually like a police baton, so I pull that out, flip it around a little bit, ready to go, and follow on in.
Okay. So it looks like Lester is going in first, and then Grimrack is right behind.
Out of the way, fish face, and I push ahead of him.
Oh man, rough.
I know. He's kind of a dick.
No, but I ought to be in front, Lester. Seriously.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
I was looking out for you.
Appreciate
Thomas,
that.
Glitter.
Plus, he'll probably screw something up.
Are you sure you just don't want to look at my butt?
I'm positive.
I start flexing my tail. Look at my.
I love those
tail
moments too, Fred. They're good stuff.
I don't even know what a muscle is on the tail. Look at my Tailius Maximus.
I can chop that off for you, so you'll be a real saurian.
Oh, you'd be really sorry on if you chopped it. Ha ha ha!
So as you get to the end of this lit corridor, and you can see no footprints. It's almost been sealed in time. There's not a speck of dust anywhere except for the entrance where the actual rock door had slid open. Now, when you get
light source, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
Dave.
Go for it.
How about the light source? Is it electronic? Is it magical?
Yeah, it is electric. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yep. It is a very old design of bulb that you've never really seen before. Only of pictures, maybe in old classic museums or something. Definitely old technology, that's for sure.
This technology, these lights are really old.
Probably 150, 200 years old.
And the bulbs are still going?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Arnon Reed was the best engineer of his time. You do know that.
He designed these?
Well, I don't know, possibly. He may have got
everything dust proof.
He may have got a good deal at Acme Mart too, so I mean.
Sure.
So as you get to the end of this corridor, probably I'd say about 50 feet. Straight shot. You're not going up, you're not going down. Beautiful, black marble floor, high gloss. Looks like it was just waxed. Now there's this double door that opens up. There's a crack. This is a beautiful large door, and there's a crack in the middle of it. And on the right-hand side, there is a small sign that says "To the Mansion," and there is a button there, a red button. Looks like a button that would probably light up.
Now, did you when you say that there's a crack in the door, do you mean like it's cracked open, or do you
No,
mean like
as it would crack
like
and it
it's
would
broken?
open. It would open up like an
Oh, okay.
elevator door.
Oh,
No.
yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I go up there and I use my baton and just push the button in.
Sure. It pings, ting, and the doors open up.
Going up.
I sure hope it's going down. Give Glitter a little wink.
GM in Training, great name. Thanks for the follow, GM
Yeah,
in
people in
Training.
hell want ice water too, but you move on.
Yeah, so the double door opens up, and it is a beautiful wooden elevator.
A wooden elevator.
Yeah. And
All right, I'm
when
gonna-
you climb, you get inside. There is
Nice.
one button. It says Mansion.
Once we all pile in again with the baton, just kind of click the button. Hey, nobody passed gas.
I want to
in
push
here,
the
right?
button. I want to push the button.
Too late.
Ping.
Oh,
Couple seconds
man.
go by. Doors close quietly, and then you can feel a slight rumble as you feel like you're starting to ascend up.
Okay, so it's not like a Wonkavator where it's going sideways.
No. Now you're on this elevator for quite some time. It seems like you're riding this elevator for quite a while. And sometimes every 20, 30 seconds or so, you kind of feel a little stutter as this thing hasn't been used in a long, long, long time. So it eventually kind of jumps. Maybe the cord gets a little tangled or something. Maybe it hits a rough spot. Maybe the cord is just a little distorted over time as it's rolling over the roller. So you finally get to the top, and this thing kind of just judders and halts abruptly. And then the bell goes off again, ting, and the double doors slide open. Now, you guys are on the top of this mountain now, and you're on a plateau of the entire estate. And in front of you is a splendid sight, a splendid manor. Well, actually, it's seen better days pretty much, but what's left of this once splendid manor. And as you're kind of looking at this, and let me give you a scene of this too. So here's a visual image.
Oh my gosh.
As you are looking up, this was beautiful. One of the true wonders of the world at one point. This full compound, it consists of a bunch of different interlocking buildings. Some of these probably range from 3 stories. Some of them probably would be 12 stories in height. You can see dozens and dozens of balconies all throughout the manor, dotted on the walls at various levels and heights of the structures. And you can also see around you that there are plenty of these pools. Some, well actually most of them, have spilled over the edges and to form larger pools and whatnot. And then, like I said, you see tons of balconies. There is some kind of electrical power that you can also see, sort of like appearing in certain windows. You can see lights. Some lights are probably, still glaring through the windows. You can also tell that some of these structures over time have toppled in. So some of the larger, structures have been destroyed. It doesn't look like it was destroyed in, say, a war or anything like that. But this is, hundreds of years old, and
Just
as
from
far-
lack of maintenance?
yeah, as far as you know, you don't think anybody's been here since then.
Very
Well, this-
interesting.
And then
This
there's
looks like it was beautiful at one point.
hundreds of
I love the infinity
waterfalls,
pools.
and then there's on the back, and sort of this is built in the side of another mountain range up above it, and you can see that there's all dotted hundreds of waterfalls that have water running down the sides, trickling down, forming these pools and whatnot that you have in front of you.
Well, I want to look at the. I mean, I don't want to infer too much from this picture, Dave, but I see that there's like a main area where would be like the main entrance. But I'm really not interested in that. I want to look to the right, where I see these cubes where there's light or energy coming out of. Do I happen to know anything about what that is? Is that an entrance?
Fulgen.
Is that just
it's Fulgen
like
power?
Fulgen.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's
Fulgen
energy.
power. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So it's
Probably
what's
was what
interesting-
powered the entire manor or estate.
Yeah, that's it's what I think is interesting is this manor's totally abandoned, but there's still a power source. So that could be worth a lot of money. I'm surprised nobody has attacked this manor. So that might mean that it's somehow guarded by something. If nobody's stolen the power source and it's Fulton, then we may be out for some problems getting in.
And you know,
Well,
To-
there's the
let
stairs,
the-
there's the door.
the team-
Let's go in.
well, there's a little bit of history about, some history that I'll give you, and this is what, Mr. Voss had given you information, and, plus the onboard computers inside of your ship had also debriefed you about the manor as well. So, now about Reed Manor, it was built, like I said, during the era of the Chaos Wars. And Arnon Reed was a legendary scientist, the best of his time. He was a mage, and he was an inventor as well. And like Elwin Voss told you, he played a key role in defeating the Prophet. And his wife did as well. His wife is named Lissel. And this is his home. It's was built upon Moon Perch, and it was a marvel of engineering. It is. No one has lived here since. It's in ruin, so you don't know what you're going to expect inside. Elwin Voss doesn't know. As Arnon Reed disappeared, everything kind of disappeared with him. And, Reed lived here. He worked here. All of his laboratories are here. And he lived here and, worked here for decades, doing all kinds of research, developing all kinds of, wondrous inventions. And this is where, basically he is keeping the Prophet Darwin prisoner in that dimensional space.
Well,
So
I'll
as
tell
you
you what,
see,
Dave,
Mhm.
just being Lester and being enamored by technology, and knowing that this guy has a whole house just jam-packed with priceless potential artifacts, I'm chomping at the bit. I want to get into I want to find out what's close, start looking at it. I want to take as much shit as possible.
Oh, well, yeah, especially, I would say for you, Lester, your mouth would be watering because you did have, remember in the kiln, you had a kiosk. You were selling trinkets and gadgets and batteries and whatnot. So, and you know that he was a huge inventor, so your mouth is literally just watering at the opportunity of finding all kinds of old technology in this, manor. I mean, it's just amazing. Your mind just starts racing at
I'm
the
gonna quick step,
possibilities
Dave.
here.
I want to get in front of Grimrack. I'm going to quick step,
All right.
start heading over this
Sure.
bridge,
Okay.
and I want to start heading up to the entrance of the manor.
Okay.
I'm going to turn around after I'm ahead of everybody. Chop chop, you guys! Chop chop! We got stuff to do. Let's go. We got this whole place we've got to investigate.
All right, great.
Dibs.
So as everybody's heading up the bridge, everybody's kind of, surveying the areas around you. Everything is overgrown in vines and ruins and, like I said, some of these structures have toppled over. Lots of pools everywhere. Sometimes you can get a as the, the rain is kind of pouring down. It's a steady rain. It's nothing that is, it's not you're not in a storm or anything. And off into the distance, in the mountains above you, you can see lightning striking, and you can hear thunder once in a while. Now, once in a while, as the breeze comes through that's hitting you in the face, you can get a whisk of like this very pungent smell. Something
Excuse
that
me.
just smells very dainty, smells musky. That just doesn't, just doesn't smell fresh. And everything is overgrown with countless varieties of flowers, and you can tell that there was once a very large amount of gardens, beautiful gardens that are now overgrown. And you guys get up to a portion of the manor. So you come to an entryway.
Well, I don't suppose there's any point in ringing the doorbell on this thing.
Well, this area that you're in is basically like a sort of like as you would enter I guess you could say entering something in ancient Egypt, where there are pillars on each side and pools between the pillars. Just, I mean, beautiful and decorative. You know what I mean? And there's a sort of like a walkway down the middle of these pools and columns on each side of you.
Well, we'll follow the walkway, but I'm really paying attention. I mean, we're obviously being funneled in a specific place. So if there's any defenses, this is where they'd be. So I'm looking at the ground, looking at tiles, see if the tiles are any different as we're going up, or if there's like an ambush spot ahead.
Yeah, well, there's
my spidey sense is tingling.
sure.
I'm nervous here.
Give me a perception. Give me a check that would involve perception. So let's look at. I believe it would be perception searching or something like that.
Yeah, okay. It's just straight up perception for me. I don't get any bonuses.
Okay. So as you're looking around, you notice that portions of the ceiling has caved in a little bit. The pools are full of a very pungent, stagnant water. Probably the smell that you get a whisk of every once in a while. A couple of the pools are overflowed. Some of the beautiful tiles are cracked over time. There's lots of dirt and whatnot. Giant ant hills that have over time kind of solidified into stalagmites and stalactites that are hanging down from the roof and jutting up from the floor, and you can see these ants. I mean, these aren't giant ants that are attacking you. These are ants. They're fairly large ants, probably about an inch long, and they're just doing their, even in the rain, as the water's kind of trickling through the roof. A couple of these are in the weather, and it's not even bothering these ants. They're just kind of working. And as you are entering this place, like I said, there are pillars. There's about a dozen pillars on each side of you. And you guys get about halfway, and you get the halfway point. All of a sudden, you hear a click.
Oh, shit.
And when you...
Shit.
Ooh, listen to that thunder. Ooh, and the thunder rolls and the lightning strikes. You hear a click.
I freeze.
So you freeze, and all of a sudden you hear a noise to your right, and you look over to the right, and you can see that there is this frame that is hanging on one of the pillars. And all of a sudden, it lights up. And it actually has like an animated video inside of it. And this is basically what this frame, and you can tell that this is an animated picture slide. Or an animated, picture. You can put pictures in it, movies, whatever you want to capture memories.
Oh, it's the famous YouTube frame.
Yeah, exactly. So as you hear this click, you see a flash of light to the right of you. You look over, and you can see this movie that is a beautiful, this portrait, beautiful Arnon Reed, and you can see Arnon Reed, a male in this picture, along with a woman, a young boy. The young boy is holding a very large teddy bear. And then you can also see that there's a mechanical dog. And then all of a sudden, the picture comes to life. So it's now not only a photo, but it is an animated movie. And all of a sudden, as the camera kind of pans into the balcony, the gentleman starts to speak. And he says, "And so, let me say again how proud I am of all of you, dear friends and colleagues alike. This glorious estate that we have created together is a true marvel of our age, the greatest age. And from inside its gleaming walls I shall carry on my work and my efforts to usher us all into a glorious and more prosperous age."
So, Dave, I would like to use my evaluation power.
Sure.
What is this frame worth? Let me give me a second and I'll roll for it. But I have the evaluation ability, and I want to, I'm a scavenger, and I love technology. But as you mentioned, this is the stuff I sell, and I want to know, is this frame worth taking off the wall and maybe setting off to the side to take later?
Most certainly. Because there are initials on this, on the back, that is reading ARI. And you would know ARI as Arnon Reed Industries. So
Holy shit! This is a mint condition Arnon Industries 5,000 picture frame. This thing's worth a buttload. How many of these things are around here?
Well, there's just this one. Well, there are other frames that are on the other frames that are on the columns and stuff, but this is the one that actually has they're called digital portraits. And like I said, there are ports on the back where you can put photographs, you can put images, you can put movies, you can put data of all sorts in these things. It'll store everything and present it.
So is this the same scene? We found the picture, the photograph earlier.
Correct.
Is this the same scene? I know it's the same people.
Yeah, these are these are the same people that are in that photograph that you had found in the tomb. When you guys were in the tomb, you found the staff, the picture that the skeleton was clutching. These are the actual individuals that are in that picture. You can see that Arnon Reed's in this picture. You can see his wife Lissel is there. His son, his name is Hob.
Is Lissel hot, Dave? I need to know.
Give me a roll. Give me a 46, and we'll drop the last one. Let's see. Is she beautiful? Well, you give me a computer roll, so let's see. I'll do a roll for you. I
just did a regular.
Yeah, here, let's see. She's okay. She's average looking. 10? That's average.
I think that's as important as Arnon.
She's older anyway. She's probably 40.
Well, you could be old and hot.
45. She could be a cougar. Yeah, you hear the portrait fires up the cougar sound, I guess,
Yeah, that's every time you get close.
But yeah, like I said, this picture has Arnon Reed, his wife Lissel, his son Hob, the dog's name is Dax, obviously, and then there's this big teddy bear named Runcible.
Runcible, the teddy bear.
And like I said, this is when the manor was probably first open, and you can see that there is a lot of people here. A lot of well-dressed people, probably people that like he was saying in the video itself, his colleagues and dear friends. So these are all people probably that helped create the mansion, and his other scientific colleagues.
Well, Lester, is there another file on this picture frame?
Well, yeah,
or is it
let me
just the one. See if there's more data on it.
All right, let me see what I can do, Dave. I'm going to use my scientific lore.
Sure.
Actually, my computers is probably my better.
Hook up
better evaluation.
your pad and try to check.
That's
it out.
right. I'm going to jack in Oh, I'm gonna jack right into this thing.
Sure.
I'm looking for porn, Dave, like always when I'm
The computer check. Yeah, give me the computer check.